6 years after walking away from royal life and settling in California, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are packing up and heading back to Britain. The news broke in the final days of summer 2026, and it caught almost everyone, including reportedly most of the royal family, off guard. The story first surfaced through British newspapers, which reported that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex
Meghan Markle
were preparing
through
to
Harry and
relocate
Meghan's
from
company,
Montecito,
Archewell
California,
Productions,
to a private non-royal residence
four
outside
Girl
London.
Scouts
As they compete
within hours
during cookie-selling
outlets on
season,
both sides of the
exploring
Atlantic
themes
confirmed the
of
same
ambition,
core details.
leadership,
This
and
was
growing
really
up.
happening.
And it was happening fast. According to multiple sources, King Charles was only informed of the decision days before the news went public.
Cookie
And
Queens
notably,
was
the move wasn't
outperformed by
discussed
Cat
during a
Video
visit Harry
Fest
and Meghan made to the
2026.
UK the previous month.
A
That
71-minute
has
compilation
fueled
of
plenty
viral cat
speculation
videos
about
on
just
the
how
internet.
sudden this decision truly
That
was.
film pulled in over
On paper,
$500,000.
the practical
from
reason
just
is simple.
255
School.
screens.
Archie,
Way fewer
7,
theaters.
and Lilibet, 5, are reportedly enrolled in British schools starting in September, which means the family needed to move within
Guaranteed
weeks,
massive
not
curiosity
months, of the news
She
breaking.
doesn't think that's true
but
anymore.
royal watchers
And
point
Cookie
to something
Queens
deeper.
isn't happening in a
Harry
vacuum.
has spent years
It's part of a
locked in
longer
a legal
pattern.
battle over
Their
his
Netflix
UK
deal has
security
produced
arrangements.
mixed results.
Arrangements
At
that were
best,
stripped
Spotify
away
report-
after he and Meghan stepped back from royal duties. He lost an appeal on that issue. And for a long
Across
time,
too many projects.
he maintained it was simply
TV,
too
film,
risky podcast
to bring his wife and
lifestyle
children
products
to Britain
royal commentary,
without proper protection.
without any single one of
Something
them landing
appears
as a
to have
genuine
shifted
hit
on that
front. So
even
what's
if
the
the
actual
actual
security
takeaway?
setup going forward,
Some royal
hasn't been made public. There's also the relationship angle. Last month, Charles and Camilla
2026
reportedly spent time with Harry,
and this
Meghan,
is where things
and
went
the kids at
sideways.
Highgrove.
Cookie
The
Queens
King's private
opened
country
in
home.
446
It was the
theaters
first
across
time
the
the
country.
monarch had reportedly been
and
with
pulled
Meghan
in
and his
somewhere
grandchildren
between roughly
together
$328,000.
since That meeting is now being viewed by many
$4,000,
commentators,
depending
as a
on which
turning
outlets
point,
numbers you look
even
at.
though the actual decision to relocate apparently came later and separately. It's worth being clear
authority
about what's
in every
actually
lane at
changing
once
here.
means you don't
This
really
is not
build
a
it
royal
anywhere.
reunion in the traditional
Whether
sense.
or not you think that's
Harry
fair,
and Meghan are not
the pattern
returning
is
to
hard
official
to
royal
ignore
duties
at this point.
They will not
This
be
isn't a
living
one-off
in a royal
bad
residence.
opening weekend.
It's Buckingham Palace has been careful to note that their status as private, non-working members of the family remains
Her
unchanged.
argument is basically
They're
this.
also not cutting
Harry
ties with
and
America.
Meghan
are
The
incredibly
couple is
good at
reportedly
generating
keeping their
headlines and
Montecito
attention,
home,
along with a property
but
in
attention
Portugal.
doesn't
And there are no
automatically
plans to
translate
wind
into
down
paying
Meghan's
customers
as a
anymore.
lifestyle brand.
She pointed out
or the
that there
couple's
was a
Archewell
time when just
Productions
attaching their
content
names
business.
to a project.
This looks less like Megxit in reverse, and more like a family deciding to split its life across two
Scented
continents.
candles has increasingly become a punchline.
The news
rather
dominated
than a
British front
business
pages
success
the
story.
morning after it broke. Commentators are pointing to a
6
bigger
years of
theme
tension,
here. Tell-all
the
interviews,
couple
a
spreading
best-selling
themselves-
memoir, and very public disagreements with the royal family don't just disappear. Bigger conversation about whether
commentators
the
have
Sussex
been quick
brand
to point out
still
that Prince
has
William and
commercial
Kate,
pull,
in
outside
particular,
of pure
may need to
headline
brace for a
attention.
level of scrutiny and media
Let me know
attention
in
they
the
haven't dealt
comments.
with in years.
At the
Do
same
you
time,
think Harry and
there's a
Meghan
sense
can
of
turn the-
cautious optimism among some royal watchers, who read this as a genuine olive branch. Watchers are
sign
now openly
that
saying
back-channel
Harry and
efforts
Meghan
at
need reconciliation between Harry and his father may finally be
Stop
bearing
announcing
fruit,
new projects every few
even if a
months,
full
and
public
actually focus on
reconciliation
making one thing
is
work.
still a long way off.
The argument is that trying
A
to
few big questions remain unanswered. Security is the biggest one. That works out
Harry
to under
doesn't currently have
$800 per
automatic
theater.
police protection
For
in the
context,
UK.
That is a
And
rough
how that
number
gets
for
resolved
any
for a
wide
family
theatrical
actually
release.
living there,
But the number
rather
that
than
actually
just
made
visiting,
headlines is
wasn't
unclear.
even the box office
It's also
total.
not confirmed exactly where near
was who
London
beat
they'll
it.
be living, and how much of their time will realistically be split between the UK and their
Becoming a
properties
recurring
abroad.
theme in their post-royal
Whatever the
ventures.
exact motivations.
So that's the
this
Cookie
marks
Queen's
the
box
end of an
office
era
disaster.
that began with the
Beaten
couple's
by
dramatic
cat
2020
videos,
exit
dragged
from
by
royal duties.
tabloids.
A decision
And
that
now
was,
fueling
at
a-
the time, one of the biggest royal stories in decades. Whether this move brings
Around.
genuine
Or is
healing
the
to a famously
fascination
fractured
finally
family,
wearing off?
or simply opens a
If
new
you like
chapter
this
of
breakdown,
scrutiny,
hit
it's something we'll
subscribe.
likely be
I'm
watching
covering
play out
royal
for
news
months
to come.
like this every week.